still not complete the meaning or the thought process, they are considered fragment. And when the meaning are properly communicated, which means the whole sentence is structured, they are called like the complete sentences or murakkab tam in Arabic. Now, as we were touching upon the details, so a fragment is less than a sentence but more than a word, which means it's not a complete sentence. We have multiple words which are having a relationship between one another. Then a fragment is formed when two or more words would come together but do not form a complete thought. Like we saw the example of deep sea, or sea is deep. So deep sea is a fragment. Sea is deep is giving us the full thought process that we are saying that yes, the sea is deep. Now we said that the word in fragment have a relationship with each other. Sometimes that relationship can be between a harf and an ism, or on the other hand, we may have a fragment where the two parties both are ism. So the relationship would be between ism and ism, or between a harf and an ism as well. So we in our first few sessions we touched upon the details that the words in Arabic are ism, harf and fi'l. So now we are saying that with respect to fragment, so fragments can be the words, a combination of harf and ism, or ism and ism both. So there are total 5 types of fragments in Arabic language, and we will go through them in a while, inshallah. Now, with respect to the fragments, we said that there are 2 types. So we have one fragment which is less than a sentence, and the other one which is the complete sentence itself. Now, with respect to the complete sentence, in Arabic there are 2 types. So one is called jumla ismiya. So in short, you can say any sentence which starts with an ism. So based on the Arabic grammar rules, any sentence which would start with an ism, regardless later it would have many fi'l in it, we would apply the rules of jumla ismiya. And inshallah, during these sessions we would learn the knowledge that how the jumla ismiya is normally structured. The other type of the complete sentence is jumla fi'liya, which means any sentence which starts with fi'l, regardless that after the first fi'l we have n number of ism coming in that. So the way the Arabic grammar recognize both structure is a bit different, and inshallah we will see one by one at a later stage. So before even we start learning about the sentences, we would focus on understanding the fragments, because so far we have only touched upon individual word. So first we need to identify that how 2 words can work together. So with respect to the fragment, there are 5 fragments. So the first 2 are the relation between an ism and a harf. So the first one is called jar majroor. You don't need to know all these terms, we are quickly going through them, but later we will study them individually in detail, inshallah. Then the other type is huruf and nasab and their ism. The third type, also these 2 on top, jar majroor and huruf and nasab and their ism, they are the combination of ism and harf. Whereas the 3 which are mentioned at the bottom, idafa, al-mawsuf wa sifa, and ism ishara or wa musharun alayh. So these are the combination of ism and ism. So inshallah, in next few sessions, we would go through the details and study them, that how these structures are made. So now, before we go and start learning about these fragments, I would request you to open your books and we will do the practice of what we have studied so far. So you can open page number 14. And in today's session, we will analyze these words by analyzing them from the 4 properties of the ism, which is status, number, gender, and type. So the first word, Ryan,
Hujuri.
hujuri. Okay. So as we mentioned that we normally a singular word or a broken plural, both would have ending sound. So wherever we have broken plural, I have added the meanings. So if you look at the meaning, it says stones. So this clearly indicates that we are talking about multiple stones. And this is not having the normal ending combination. So you would always look at it from an angle that do we have an ending combination, which we don't. So it has ending sound. So when we have ending sound, it can either be a singular word or it can be a broken plural. So in this case, when we know the meaning, we know that this is plural. So now if you look at this one with respect to status, what status would you give to this word? Yeah? Yeah, so I would write J. Now with respect to the number, singular, why? Because here, see, the thing is we are just doing few examples. The most important part is for us to know the process. Because if we know the process, regardless of whatever word would come in Quran, inshallah we will be able to understand. So that's why I just don't need the answer. I would appreciate if you can also tell me the process, that why do you think this is one? Because of the ending sound. Anybody else? Yes, Samir?
Because it's a broken plural, so it's 1F.
So this is the broken plural of the non-intellectual being. That's why the answer would be 1F. Is that clear? Makes sense? Now, with this, we have answered 2 birds, right? Like we have killed 2 birds in one shot. So we know the number and we also know the gender. What about type? Is it proper or common? Yes, Hamdan. Common? Why? Because of the... Did we really study that ending sound would help us to know type? Or we studied the beginning? Rayan, can you help me?
Because common is default.
The common is default. And when do we know that something is proper? When the word, the ism would have al, or not al, sorry, alif lam, okay, al beginning, okay, or then we have a proper name of somebody, right, or you are pointing to some. So we studied 7 types of proper yesterday. So this word does not start with al, and it's not the name of a specific person. So that's why it would be common. Is it clear? Any confusion? Okay, let's do the next one. Rayan, I need your help again.
Can I read the word?
Yes, please.
Aymanu.
Aymanu. What is the meaning of Aymanu?
Oath.
Oaths. So now, is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Why?
It's because it's like more than one.
It's more than one. So is it a normal plural or it's a broken plural? Broken plural. So now with respect to status, what would be the status? Rafa? Rafa, right? Rafa, and with respect to the number, 1F. Now do you know why? So it is a broken plural of a non-intellectual being. That's why the answer from number and gender would be 1F. Now, is it proper or common? Common?
Common.
Why? There is no al, and it's not a specific name of somebody, right? We are talking about oaths. Clear? Rayan.
محسنين.
Muhsinina. Now, what is the status?
نسب.
Nasab? Do you all agree with Rayan that it is nasab? Nasab or jar? Muslim chart, you remember? Ina, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. So it can be nasab or jar both, based on whatever we have studied so far. Then with respect to the number, is it singular, pair or plural? So if it is plural, to make it easy, we will write 3. Now with respect to the gender, masculine, because we don't have, so we said by default everything would be masculine until we have these signs which we have seen for the feminine, right? So we don't have any sign here, so we will say this is masculine. With respect to the type, is it proper or common? Common? Do you all agree with him? So it is common because there is no al and it's not the name of somebody specific. Rayan, I need your help again.
سيئات.
Sayyi'atin. So now, the status, nasab or jar again. Rayan, do you agree with him?
Yeah.
Nasab or jar? Why? Why do you agree with him?
It's كسرة. Because it's a كسرة.
Because it is kasra, so kasra can be nasab or jar both.
Muslim chart. Muslim chart.
Which word is it matching with? Atin, very good. So muslimatin, muslimatin. So it can be nasab or jar both. Now with respect to the number, is it singular, pair or plural? Plural. So based on whatever we have studied so far, we will go with plural, but later inshallah I will touch on some more details. Now is it proper or common? Because we don't have any sign, so it would be default is common.
Common.
Yeah. Rayan.
معرضين.
Oh, sorry, we forgot the gender. So this would be feminine, thin ending. Rayan, what is the next one?
معرضين.
So what about, like, what is the status?
نسب وجر. نسب وجر.
Why?
It's because
So it's ending with ina ending, and we studied muslimuna, muslimina, muslimina. So it can be a nasab or jar, and then the ina ending also tell us that this is now plural. So we are talking about 3, and ina ending also help us to know that we are now talking about masculine. And there's no al beginning, it's not a proper name, so this would be common. Is it making sense so far?
Yes.
Let's do the next one.
للرجال.
So lirrijali. What is the status, Rayan?
جر.
Jar? Why?
Because it has كسرة.
Because it has an ending sound, so it is jar. Are we talking about one?
Blue.
Hmm?
Blue.
Why?
Because it's more than one.
Hmm?
It's because it's more than one.
So rajul is for one. Rajal is the plural. And we are talking about men. So men are intellectual beings. So the answer here would be either 3M, or grammatically we can also have 1F. Is it clear? So rijalun is the plural of rajul. So we are talking about men in plural. And now, what is the type? Is it proper or common?
Proper.
Proper? How?
It's because it's talking about like rijali. Talking about.
But which rijal? Which men?
Oh, so it's common. So because
You
it's
are
not,
you guessing?
No, I'm guessing. I'm not. I'm trying.
Okay, you're trying, which is good. So we know that normally the most common identification is any ism starting with al is proper. Then if I'm taking your name, this is also proper, right? So here we don't know which men are we calling. So this would be common. Clear? Any confusion? Is it clear with you as well?
Yes.
Okay, the next one.
Musafihina.
So what is the status? Ina ending can be a nasab or jar based on whatever we know so far. What about the number? Ina ending tells us that this is plural.
Yes.
And ina ending is also normally for masculine. It not normally, it is for masculine. And we don't have any identification that it is proper, so this would be common. Is it clear?
Al-Fariyadati.
So what is the status?
Jar.
Jar? Why?
It's because it's ending with kasra.
Because it is ending with kasra. And what is the number? Is it one, pair, or a plural? Do we have any indication of una, ina, or ani, aini, or atun? No?
Isn't it like al-Fariyadati? So like ridati.
So did you study in Muslim chart something which is matching with this sound? So in Muslim chart we studied okay, I'll read out Muslim chart and you let me know which one it is matching with. So Muslimun, is it matching with Muslimun? Musliman, is it matching with Musliman? So Musliman al-Faridati, it is matching. Then Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. And then in the feminine chart, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. Is it matching with anyone?
Matching with Muslimatin al-Fariyadati.
So Muslimatin and al-Faridati, is it matching? Is it ending with the long sound like ati? Ryan? So the answer is it's not matching. Regardless, whatever you will try, it is not matching. So this is singular, Ryan. It's not matching with Muslim chart. Now with respect to the gender, what would be the answer? Feminine, why? It is ending with the ta marbuta, the rounded ta, so that's why it would be feminine. Is it proper or common? Proper, why? So it's starting with al, which tells us that this is proper. Now I'll try to make it quick so that we can complete all the practice, inshallah, and you let me know if you have any confusion with any of these questions. So aqibatu, what is the status?
Rafa.
Rafa. What is the number?
One F.
Is it singular? What about the gender? Feminine. And then is it proper or common? Common, because we don't have any identification of proper. What is the next word?
Qanitina.
qanitina. So now we said always look for the ending combination first. So it's matching with the ina combination.
قانتين
So it
مسلمين.
can be a nasab or jar. And then with respect to the number, it is plural. And ina ending also tell us that this is a masculine chart. And then we don't have any al beginning, and it's not a proper name of anyone, so this would be common. Is it clear? Now the next one,
الملكين الملكين.
al-malakain. Okay. So is it matching with any sound, any ending combination?
It's matching with أيني. Also مسلمين.
So,
الملكين.
so then this could be a rafa or jar, or sorry, nasab or jar. What about the number? So, aini ending is for muslimun, musliman, muslimin, muslimani, muslimaini, muslimaini.
So it's matching with مسلمين.
So, which is for pair. So, the answer for the number would be 2. Okay, because it is matching with aini ending. Then, with respect to the gender, we don't have any identifier which tells us that this is feminine, so we would say this is masculine. Now, this is this proper or common?
Proper.
Proper, why?
Because it's talking about two.
So, if I'm talking about 2 chairs, they would become proper. Rayan, why is it proper? Why is it proper?
It's because of the alif lam.
Because it is starting with alif lam, so alif lam tells us that this is proper. Okay, so the answer would be proper. Tijaratan, what is the status? Hamdan, status.
Nasab
Nasab, why?
in exam.
And what about the number?
1.
1. Do you know why, or you are guessing? You know it, right? Okay, what is the gender?
Feminine.
Feminine. And is it proper or common?
Common.
Why?
Because
Because
it's not alif lam.
there is no alif lam
There's no alif lam.
and it's not a proper name. Okay, next one. Can you read it?
Ma'adaini.
So is it matching with any ending combination? Aini. So what is the aini ending combination? Is it what status do it? So aini, muslimani, muslimaini, muslimaini. So this would give us nasab or jar, and with respect to the number it will be 2, and we know that we don't have and it is common, right? Sorry? Yeah, actually this is the word. Okay, I understand your point. So you're talking about the gender. Yeah, I need to double check on that. I'll double check and get back to you, inshallah. Yeah, it makes sense, but yeah, I need to check on this. Tawlan. Ryan, do you need the mic? Okay, take it from here. What is the status?
Nasab.
What is the number? I'm done. What is the number? 1. What is the gender? Masculine. And the type? It's common. So is it making sense? Can you all do the rest of it on your own, or you want me to do it during today's session? What is your preference? I'm happy with either way.
Today's session.
You want the solution book, you don't want to solve it. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think we should solve all of them together in the session, or you would do it later and then maybe send me the photos of your solution and I can give you the feedback? Because I would highly recommend, because that would help you to open your mind and apply the knowledge. Otherwise, you are just getting the answer sheet here. Is that clear? Does it make sense? So we have around 20 minutes. So inshallah, I will conclude here with respect to the practice, and we will quickly go on to the next topic, inshallah. So with this, what I would recommend, we have a couple of exercises within the book. So we have page number 14, which in the book is only asking you to do status, number, and gender. However, I would ask you, because we have already covered type, so in all these examples, do the type as well. Plus, within this page, there are also examples which we need to do. Maybe we can quickly go through this as well, because this is related to the topic which we have done yesterday. And there are few things which we have not studied yet. So let me just quickly go through this, and then inshallah we can start the next topic. So the page number 14, you can do it on your own when you are at home, and then if you can send me the photo, inshallah I'll review and get back to you if there are any mistakes. So this exercise is for us to identify the common or proper. So far our focus was mainly on ism which are starting with alif lam, but we studied that there are 7 types. So inshallah during this exercise we will be doing the practice of those types as well. So in this word, this is proper because we know that it's starting with al. So you can write down, and you can write down the reason as well that this is starting with al. Now, makithina, we don't have any reasons to call this one proper. So we will say this is common and this is the default, right? So you can write the reason as default. Nuhan would be proper because this is the name of a prophet. So we said that proper names of someone are proper, like, you know, they are considered proper, they are not common. So Nuhan is the name of a prophet. That's why this would be proper. So in the reason you can mention proper name. Now, this is the one which we have not studied so far. So you remember in the 7 types, we were saying that the one who's being called. So in Arabic, to call somebody, the term is called nada munadi. So you are calling somebody, you're doing nida. So the most common way of calling somebody would be ya. So if I'm saying ya Rayyan, so now I'm calling him, right? So similarly, if you are calling a boy, ya walad. So this is the way you call. So the word waladu would become the one who's being called. So that's why the word which is highlighted would become proper. So the waladu is proper because we are calling walad. And how we know? Because we have ya. So ya is the identifier for us to know that we are calling walad. Is that clear? Any confusion?
No.
Then the item number 5 we have not done so far, but I think it is within your book. 1 minute, let me just check where we have Ism Mawsool. Yeah, we will study Ism Mawsool later. Just give me 1 second. Maybe it is in the beginning. Okay, anyway, we will see that later. But yeah, these are the examples of Ism Mawsool which we have not studied yet. So I will skip it for the time being, and inshallah we will come back to that later. Then al-mu'minina. So if you would see, this is starting with al. So we would consider this proper because it has the al beginning. Now, we also studied yesterday that any word, when the word after of is proper, would become proper as well. So if you would see here, Rasulullahi, so the meaning says the messenger of Allah. So the word Allah is proper. So because of that, the word Rasulu also would be considered proper. So this word which is highlighted Rasulu would be considered proper because of the next word. And inshallah, the next topic which we are going to study would be this one, where you would understand it actually in detail. Then the next example is Maryama. So this is the name of Maryam alayhi salam. So this, because of the proper name, this would also be considered proper, not common. For the ninth example, so Musaddiqan, we do not have any identifier which would help us to know that this is proper. That's why we would call it common. Muhammadan is the name of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's why it is proper, and in the reason you can write that it is a proper name. And similarly, you can go through the rest of the examples and then reach out to me if you have any questions, inshallah. Is it clear so far? So you can do this exercise as well, and inshallah you should be able to do the next page as well. And if you have any confusion, let me know so I can help you to answer those questions, or if you have any specific questions, inshallah. Any confusion with whatever we have told? Yes, Raya.
You know the word alladhi that was skipped?
Sorry?
You know the word that alladhi that was skipped?
Yep.
Are we going to do it in today's class, lesson?
No, we are not doing it today. This would come way later, not now. So it's called Ism Mawsul, but we are not covering that today, inshallah. But we will do it later, inshallah. Okay. So now, if we don't have any questions, let's quickly start the first topic of the fragment. So the first fragment is called Idafa, or it is also called Murakkab Idafi. So this one is now the study between two ism. So we are now talking about one ism having connectivity with the second ism. And let's see how this logic works. And now you would understand that why were we studying four properties, inshallah. So in Idafa, if you see the house of Allah, right? The religion of Islam. Rian, can you stop? So my car also can be written car of mine. We have done these examples earlier as well. Allah's book can also be written as the book of Allah. His pen can also be written as pen of his. Taimur's glasses can also be written as glasses of Taimur. So we are saying now in Idafa we have two main components. One of the ism would be called Mudaf, and the other ism would be called Mudaf ilayh. Rayan, this is what you were asking yesterday. So the word before of is called Mudaf, and the word which comes after of is called Mudaf ilayh. So in these examples which we have in English, the house of Allah. So which word is Mudaf and which is Mudaf ilayh? So in the first example, which one is Mudaf? The house is Mudaf. Why? So because it is coming before of, and the word which comes after of is Mudaf ilayh, right? And do you remember one more thing which we have studied long back, that the word which comes after of is in which status? Anybody remember?
Jar, jar.
Jar. Yeah, Rayan. MashaAllah. Tabarakallah. So the word after of is also jar, which means Mudaf ilayh would be jar as well. So there is no word for of in Arabic. Okay, so in translation we only add of when we find Mudaf and Mudaf ilayh. Now we would see that how do we identify Mudaf and Mudaf ilayh in Arabic. So I'm just again, reading the same. So there is no word for of, but we would know by the way two ism would be connected to each other. And now, inshallah, in the next slide, we would see the logic. So mudaf is the word which comes before of, which has to be light. So you remember we studied heavy and we studied light. So mudaf ilay always has to be light. And then it should not have al beginning as well. So whenever you would see a word or an ism which is light and it does not have al, you should pay attention that there is something going on now. Why this word is light? Because we said by default in Arabic, all ism should be heavy. When an ism is light, you should pay attention that why this ism is light. Try to find out the reason, and inshallah you would see why. And plus on top of that, when it is light and there is no al beginning as well, this would become a candidate that it can be mudaf. Now how would you prove that that ism is mudaf? Would be if you will find a mudaf ilay, and we would find out that how do we identify mudaf ilay as well. So mudaf ilay is the word which comes after of, right? So when it comes after of and it is in jar status, that means we would be 100% sure that the first word, which is without al and it is light, is mudaf, and the next word is mudaf ilay. And then between those two words in your translation you would add of, because we just went through that there is no word for of in Arabic. So when you would find a word which does not have al beginning, it is lighter, and the immediate next word also is in jar status, it is 100% a mudaf and mudaf ilay. So there is no long distance relationship between both, that no word would come in between them. So the word which is light without al and the immediate next word is in jar status, you would call it a mudaf ilay, and we would see some of the examples. So as the mudaf will never have the starting of al, because that is one of the first rule which we have studied here, that it has to be light and it cannot have al beginning as well. How would we know that the first ism is proper or common? So for that, we just went through the example as well, that if the mudaf ilay is proper, mudaf also would be considered proper. Clear? Yeah, that is the grammatical rule. So if the mudaf ilay is proper, mudaf will also be considered proper. Is it clear? So we said both the mudaf and mudaf ilay should be ism, and that was the first thing which we went through, where we said that this fragment is between an ism which is connecting with another ism. So it cannot be a harf and an ism. Both parties should be an ism. Is it clear? All good? So now, okay, this is something which we don't need to cover. This was in Urdu. So now, can you read this, Samir, for me?
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
So the first word, is it light?
Yeah.
Is it having al beginning?
Yes.
So can it be a candidate for mudaf?
No, it can't.
So this cannot be a mudaf and mudaf ilay combination, right? What about this one?
Rabbul Arshi.
So the first ism is Rabbu. Is it light?
Yes.
So it can be a candidate of mudaf. Is it starting with al?
No, it's not.
So now we have second assurance that it can be. Still we are not sure. Now let's check the next word. Is it in jar?
Yeah, it is.
So it is in jar. So this would become a mudaf and mudaf ilay. So in translation you would say the arsh of the Rabb, or the arsh of the master. Is it clear? Rayan, can you read this?
Bismillahi.
Ismillahi. So the first ism, which is ism in this example, is it heavy or light? Is this heavy or light?
Light.
Do we have al beginning with this? So it is light and there is no al in the beginning. So it could be a mudaf. Now let's check the next word immediately next to that. Is it jar? So if we have with the first ism which is light and the next ism, immediate next ism is jar, both ism would be a fragment of mudaf ilayh, which means the meaning of this would be the name of Allah. Is it clear? Samir, can you read this for me, please?
Rabbin Nas.
So Rabbin Nasi.
Rabbin Nasi.
So the first ism, is it light or heavy?
It's lights.
So, and we don't have any al beginning, so it can be a mudaf.
Yep.
For us to know that it is 100% mudaf, we would check the next ism.
It's in
And if
jar.
that is in
Jar, because
jar, then we would know that this is mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So Rabbin Nasi. So next word is jar. So we would say the Rabb of An-Nas. We are not going with the English meaning, but we are just connecting two words, and then inshallah we would talk about the English later. Is that clear? Samir, can you do the next one as well?
Malikin Nasi.
So Maliki, is this heavy or light?
That is lights.
So this is light and it does not have an al beginning as well. So this can be mudaf. For us to be 100% sure that this is mudaf, the next word or the next ism has to be in jar status. And An-Nasi is in jar status. So this is also another example of mudaf ilayh, which means the Malik of An-Nas. Clear?
Is that always, for example, Rabbul Arshi? In that case, it's the Arsh of the Rabb. But this one is the Malik.
Yeah. So in meaning it would always be, we will always translate the second word first, of, and then the first word. So it would be opposite in English. So the Arsh of Rabb. Ilahin Nasi. So is it light?
Yep.
And there is no al. This is ilah. This is not al. Don't get confused with this one. So this is also another example of mudaf ilayh. Rayhan, can you read this?
شر الوسواس.
So the first ism is sharri. Is it heavy or light?
Light.
And do we have any al beginning?
No.
And the next ism is jar or not?
Yes.
So this is another example of mudaf ilayh. Rabbil alameen. So the first word is Rabb. Rabbi. Is it heavy or light?
Light.
Do we have an al beginning?
No.
And the next word, is it jar?
No.
Rayhan. Samir, what do you think? So you remember earlier, so far we were saying it could be nasab or jar. Now we are taking the step that we would have 100% clarity. People were asking, how would we know when both ending are same? When we have an ism which is not starting with al and it is light, and the next one is a combination which could be jar, it would be jar. So this would be the Rabb of Alamina. Okay, let's do this example. Rasulullahi. So the ism Rasulu, is it heavy or light? Samir?
It is lights.
And do we have a al beginning?
No, we don't.
No. So this can be a candidate of mudaf. And for us to be 100% sure, the next ism has to be in which status?
Jar.
Jar. And the word Allahi is in jar. So now you would say the Prophet of or the Rasul of Allah. Is it clear? What about this one?
Rasulallahi.
Rasulallahi. Now Rasul, what is the difference between both?
It's because on the lamb.
The first one which we have done.
Yeah, the first one it had dhamma, and the second one has fatha.
Very good. So this one, in this one, the ism of Rasul is in Rafa. Here it is in Nasab. And this is also another example because Rasulu or Rasula is light with no al. And the next ism is Jar. Similarly, Rasuli and then Allahi, this is also light. We would, inshallah, later we would know what is the difference and how the meanings are changing. But for now, we are only studying from the point of view of Mudaf, Mudaf ilayh. Okay, we have around 10 more minutes. Inshallah, we'll try to conclude. Ryan, can you read this?
Ikhwatu Yusuf.
So the first ism Ikhwatu, is it heavy or light?
Sorry, say it again.
The first ism Ikhwatu, is it heavy or light?
Heavy.
Heavy. How do we know when a word is heavy? Do you all agree with him that it is heavy? Or do you think it is light? So the heavy is un ending, right? Is it ukhwatun or ukhwatu? So this is heavy or light? Is it clear? So ukhwatu is light with no al beginning. And then Yusufa, is it jar or not?
The last word?
Sorry?
The last word?
Yeah.
No.
No? This is not jar?
Oh, yeah, it is. Because
You remember we said that the names of prophets are partially flexible. Yusufu, Yusufa, Yusufa. So this is jar. When it could be jar and the ism before that ism is light and without al, then that ism is in jar. Is it making sense? So Rabbul Mashriqaini wa Rabbul Maghribaini. So the ism Rabbu, is it heavy or light? Is this heavy or light? Light, because we don't have un ending, right? Then Mashriqaini, is it jar? It could be, which means it is. Wa is the word for and. And then we have Rabbu again, Maghribaini. Again we have the combination, so that this is also jar. So we are saying the Rabb of two Mashriq and the Rabb of two Maghrib. So I don't know what's happening with the projector. So is it clear with everyone? Samir, can you read this for me, please?
Maliki Yawmiddin.
So the first ism is Maliki. Is it heavy or light?
That's light.
Light. Do we have al beginning?
No, we don't.
So if we don't have al beginning and it is light, it can be mudaf.
No, it can't be. It can't be.
It can't be? Why?
Because it's a long distance, meaning there's a word in between the two.
We will come to that.
Oh, okay.
It can be. We are only looking at Malik. Okay, Maliki is light, right? And it does not have al beginning. Now let's look at the next word. Yawmi. So if the next word is jar, then we know that the first word is mudaf. Yawmi, is it in jar?
Yeah.
So it is in jar. So that means Maliki is mudaf. And Yawmi is mudaf ilay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now look at Yawmi. Is it heavy or light?
It's light.
It is light. Do we have al beginning?
No.
So this is also a candidate for mudaf. Now how do we know that Yawmi is also mudaf? If the next ism is in jar status. Look at the next ism. Ad-Dini.
Yeah, it is.
Is it jar? So this is a long fragment. So the first Maliki is mudaf, Yawmi is mudaf ilayh. Then Yawmi is also mudaf for ad-dini. So this is the master of the day of judgment. Is it clear? So this is a longer one. There is no disconnection, but we can have a longer fragment as well. So this would be the master of the day of judgment. It's a bit longer fragment, but yeah. So this can go on until the conditions are met. We can even have a longer fragment as well. Now, this is a tricky one. Ibna, is it heavy or light?
Light.
Why?
It's because it doesn't have tanween.
Okay, very good. So if it is light, do we have al beginning?
No.
And the word Maryama, is it in jar?
No. Nasab. Oh yeah, nasab and jar. Nasab and jar.
So
it's
this,
in
you
just
remember
it.
the names of female are also partially flexible. So Maryamu, Maryama, Maryama. So when it can be jar and the first word before that, the first ism before that is light and without al, then we would consider this as jar. So this would be the son of Maryam. Is it clear? Making sense? So this is the name of a non-Arab lady as well. So the son of Maryam. Is it clear? Any questions? So I think we will cover this one later, inshallah. Yeah, we will conclude now, inshallah, so that you all can get ready for salah. We have 6 minutes to adhan, and inshallah we'll continue next week, inshallah. Okay, jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So try to solve the exercises which we have left off and send me the photos if you can.
Which page was it again?
So we were talking about page number 14, complete page number 14, complete page number 16 and 17. So this is your homework. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.